7 mums with 0 filters.
You're putting yourself at risk and the baby at risk.
Oh, Carla.
No. They've got strong opinions.
It's a traumatic experience. The body's going through a trauma.
But will they agree?
You're totally wrong.
Hang on, I haven't finished.
Okay.
Each of them will debate a hot parenting topic.
The dishes are up there, the kids are running wild.
How do people have it so together?
Now it's time to pick a side.
I don't think it's that bad.
It's okay for kids to swear.
Definitely me.
And sorry, do you think that it is okay?
No,
Yeah.
it's so not okay.
I'm going to convince you.
I don't think it's okay.
No, same.
I don't think it's okay.
Oh, you should come and tell me. Come on then, Gemma.
Hey, babes.
Am I starting, you starting?
You can start.
I'll start.
And I'll finish.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm going to stay with you because we find it funny. We've talked about this.
Listen, there is nothing funnier when I'm scrolling through TikTok than little kids who drop a swear word when nobody's expecting it. That is the funniest thing. There we go.
Yeah, but it's funny, but should
Hang on, I haven't finished.
Okay, sorry.
I don't want my kids to go to school and drop the F-bomb. That is not the point of it. I love language, and I don't see these as bad words. I see these as descriptive, creative, enhancing words that they shouldn't be shielded from. We went to Chessington Park the other day, and we were on a roller coaster, and my daughter said to me, my 9-year-old said to me before it went off, she went, "Mummy, if I swear, is that all right?" And I was like, yeah, this is an appropriate time to swear. Went off, and she went, I appreciate that. I think it's important to teach them how to use these words properly. I think it's important not to demonise these words. I don't want them dropping the F-bomb left, right and centre, but I do think that we should not demonise them.
I agree to some degree. I swear, as you know, and I would swear, not all the time in front of my kids, but if I'm doing something and I swear, then I swear, and they know they're not allowed to say it. But if Bronte said to me, "Oh, can I swear on this roller coaster?" I'd be like, "No, why? What's the need? Like, you're 6 years old, no." He goes back to that again, absolutely not, because you can't swear in school. And if she says to me, "But you swear, Mummy," and I'll say, "Because I'm an adult and you're a child."
It's also about not demonising. These are not naughty words. She's going to
But
use
they are
them.
naughty words.
Yeah,
but they totally
They're
wrong.
naughty words.
They're totally
They're
wrong.
naughty words in that there are times where it is appropriate and not appropriate to use them.
So I'll swear in front of my kids. I might be like, "Oh, like this, like the
Listen,
other."
I never
They-
swear at my kids, to be
no,
clear.
No, never do I. Never do I.
I never say
no,
you're
no.
a
We all think that.
We all
times,
think
but
that.
yeah,
That's a very internal monologue.
But they hear swear words and they know swear words. They know swear words because I say them. Their dad will say them. Their nan will say them. They'll hear them around it, but they know that they're not allowed to say them.
What happens if they accidentally drop a swear word and you know that they've dropped it because they've heard it, which is fine, fair enough. Do they get in trouble?
I will just say, I'll literally pull them up. Yeah, I'll say it. I'll make a point of it. Just like if they've done something naughty, I'll say, "Brody, what'd you just say?" And if he says that, and I'll say, you're not allowed to say that. Don't say that.
I'm not doing that because if they're using that word and they've used it accidentally or whatever and they know shouldn't, but they've used it appropriately, they're not in
But
trouble.
that's
I
wrong
think
then. But
that's
then I do
disgusting.
think that's wrong, right? And the reason I think it's wrong is, again, I think you're the parent. You should be saying to them, just because like Mummy says that, you know you're not allowed to say it. You don't say that. It's naughty.
I swear in front of my kids. My
So
mum
do I.
swore my whole life, but even as a kid, I knew it was wrong to say. Obviously, now in my adult life, I swear around my kids. My kids wouldn't dare to swear, and if they did, I'd pull them up.
It's a
in
bit
it.
like time and a place.
Where is the line? At
When
what
they're
point
16
can
plus,
they swear?
then they could swear.
But you swear.
I swear all the time.
So at what point are they allowed to swear all the time?
When they're an adult.
All right, look, I can see that it's a tough crowd. But for me, I want them to experiment with all sorts of language and do that in the safe space of around me and my home. I know for a fact they would know not to do it anywhere else. And I can guarantee that. They wouldn't drop an F-bomb anywhere else. And for them, it's not demonised. They get to play around with language in the safety of our home. And I think that I'm here for that.
And I can also say on my side, I definitely don't demonise swear words. I swear around with my children, but I also think it's absolutely normal for my 6-year-old not to F and blind. And Brody will go out of his mates and have a swear word. And if he does in front of me, just as a parent, for me to say, "Brods, come on, like, don't say that. In fact, your little sister's listening," or whatever. So they are going to grow up and say a swear word. But I don't definitely think we should be saying, "Yeah, it's okay to say that." I think it's almost encouraging it.
I think we should leave it there while I've got 2 people on my side.
I can't believe that you two think it's
I
fine
do
for your
agree with
kids
you.
to F and blind. No, it's fine. You've gone over there, haven't you?
No, be quiet
Stay
now.
there.
Let's leave it there while I've got 2 on my side. If my kid asks me if she can do a swear, I'm like, yeah, babe, go for it. Plus, there's nothing funnier than watching kids drop the F-bomb every now and again.
Prioritising yourself is necessary.
I think that's me, guys.
Can't be me.
I wish I could prioritise myself, but it's just hard.
I think that's the argument.
I think that's the argument.
But then I do when I've got to work, if that makes sense. But is that prioritising myself?
Well, it's work, isn't it?
It's work to put a roof over heads.
It's a privileged conversation, isn't it? It's like not everybody has the time and the chance.
Oh God, I'm on the fence, but I'll go for it. Hi. Hello. I'm actually on the fence of it because I agree that mothers should prioritise themselves, but like, where the hell do you find the time?
For me, it's like watching some friends I've seen put everyone else first, 100% of the time, and they are so broken and have no time for themselves that they end up not being able to look after everyone else because they're lost who they are.
Yeah.
And I feel like for me, having date nights, going to the gym or working out from home, all of those things. Like when I was working 9 to 5, I used to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning just so I could find that time for myself because I feel like it's so important to then be the best version of myself and best mum I can be, best partner I can be.
Yeah.
So all of those things contribute to then me being the best mum, and I've given them all my time because I feel like I've had that time in the morning.
I think she lost me at 5 a.m.
Me and my partner don't really have much help, like it's just us.
Yeah.
So as much as I would love to be you and I'd love to be sitting there and be like, I
Very
wake up
lucky.
at 5 a.m. to go to the gym, I can't even open my eyelid. Like I'm so drained from having 3 kids. I just find it so hard. If I do prioritise myself, it's on days where I have to dedicate days to myself where I work, and that's when I will literally go out my way, go upstairs, do my hair and makeup, but on a day-to-day basis, I literally look like I literally got eye bags down here, my hair's a mess, but you wouldn't think it looking at my Instagram. Do you know what I mean? You wouldn't. It's fake. But like, I would love to be that person, but I feel like it's a privilege, such a privilege to have the help and have the support around you to be able to do that.
But I would say, like, I was in such an uncomfortable position in my own skin that came before everything else because I was like, I have to do something in order to be better.
Yeah.
So the getting up at 5 a.m. was essential for me, but that just meant that I was up in the kitchen like exercising, so it was only me and my partner. Like I don't rely on anyone else to be able to go to the gym. It's just the fact that I get up before the whole house does, because then losing that weight, feeling confident in my own skin led to me then being able to post content, led to me being able to do all the things that I actually want to do in my life because I put myself first, and then it just changed me from the inside out. I don't know how to explain it, but like putting myself first then essentially made me the best version I could be. I'm so much happier in my own skin. When I'm with my kids, I'm with them 100%. The difference between me at the size I was before, and I'm not saying it's all about that, but for me, I felt so uncomfortable in my own skin, and I was doing everything for everyone else, and I was obviously in the depths of being a new mum, so I was postpartum, and I just felt like I wanted to cover up from head to toe, and I think that when you eventually start to do your makeup in the morning and you get up that little bit earlier, it does just make a world of difference.
Tisha, can I ask you a question? Yeah. Do you find that hearing, because I agree with you, of course we need to prioritise ourselves in an ideal world, but do you find that hearing that narrative of like, well, you can just get up at 5 or you can just do this, or do you find that quite difficult?
Oh, 1,000,000%.
Like it makes you feel a bit like you're a human if you're not doing that.
Yeah. Like I look at mums on social media sometimes and they're so put together and the house is spotless and I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? What am I doing wrong? I'm literally,
it's not real.
I honestly look at myself, I'm looking around the house, I'm like, the dishes are up there, the kids are running wild, there's food on the floor, and I'm like, how do people have it so together? Because I don't know if it's me because I got ADHD, but I try my best, but I wouldn't be able to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning. I wouldn't be able to go to the gym. I wouldn't be able to do my makeup. I just get by and look after the kids.
I'm the same. I can't get up early. I just need sleep. I need that extra sleep.
Yeah.
For me, if I don't have that sleep, I'm angry, I'm grouchy, so then I can't
be the mum that I'm meant to be.
I can't create my content. I can't look after my children. I can't be a good wife. All those sort of things that you'd say would go into that. So for me, I would love to be you.
Same. I look at you and I envy you.
But I do think it's maybe who you are as a person. Like you're a night owl, so maybe what I could take from you is I'm not good at getting up early, but maybe I could do something if I wanted to exercise. Maybe at like 9:30, 10 at night. Maybe I'm an evening person, so maybe 100%. I could do it that way. Yeah. So I think it's a really good point you're making.
Also, like it sounds like you're in a really strong relationship unit, right? Which for both of you,
but so
I guess.
am I though.
Yeah. But that is something. Some people don't have that, so they're like for some people there is not that option because there is no one to look after the kids.
Yeah, that's where you've got me. Where you said like Instagram is like fake. Like, I'll be recording my stories going,
Yeah. Clear the side of the kitchen.
and I've had both ways. My other 3 children had a private nanny, and I had it for like 8 years, and then this time I'm with my husband, and we don't have anyone. We live in the countryside. No one can get to us. It's literally just us 3, and we don't have a babysitter.
Yeah.
I mean, we could, but it's our choice. We just don't. I think I've become a mum at 40 and been like, no, this is my last turn. I want to like bring up my child my way. So I've had it both ways, and
it's hard. I think the only way I would ever be able to be that person is if I had a nanny. That's the only way.
If I had a nanny and I didn't go to the gym at 5 o'clock.
But also, your kids are quite young, aren't they? How old are your kids?
No, 10, 3 and 8 months.
Oh, no, they are young. You're still you're in the trenches.
Oh, I'm in the trenches, girl.
Yeah,
honest to God, I'm in the trenches.
I think you're smashing it as a mum. I think we've got to do what we've got to do to get through it.
I want to be you.
I just think, having experienced myself losing 4 stone whilst having 2 kids and a full-time job, I put a lot of work in. I'm doing some really bad, unhealthy eating habits. So I've been through it and I know that it can be done. So that's why I'm so passionate about it, because I know that it's possible, even with a busy lifestyle.
Home births are reckless. You're putting your baby at risk.
That was me. I'll take that.
Oh, Carla.
I don't think it's that bad.
Can I go up again?
Go for it. I'm on your side. I had one.
I wouldn't want one, but
Why do you think it's reckless?
I just feel that you're putting yourself at risk and the baby at risk. After going through what I did with my last birth, I had 3 kids previously, all fine. I was young, all good. My last birth, if it would have been a home birth, I don't think I'd have been here, nor with the baby. I just think when you give birth to a baby, sometimes, unfortunately, we need hospital staff. That baby, you need to have doctors on hand. Like, I needed blood transfusions. If I'd have been at home, I'd have been dead.
But they're prepared for things like that. They can get an ambulance straight away.
But I didn't have time for an ambulance. Mine was literally touch and go. Yeah. And I used to have the same opinion like that before this happened to me on this birth.
So I had a home birth for my second, but I was in London and the hospital was like 2 minutes away. And my midwife said to me, if anything goes wrong, we'll blue light you there and you'd probably get seen quicker because you've come in on an ambulance than you would if you're in a labour ward waiting for a consultant. So I think it depends on where you are.
For me, I just think, why risk yourself for that baby? Why?
I can see where you're coming from, but then it's like, that's like a 1 in a million chance.
I wouldn't say so. I had the exact same experience of what she just said. I had a blood transfusion. I've had 3 emergency C-sections. So having a home birth is like, honestly, that seems alien to me. And I feel like that to me, I would feel like I'm putting myself at risk and my child at risk. But obviously, it's nice for some people, but I don't know, maybe I'm scarred. I just could never, ever imagine having a home birth.
There's quite a lot of research, and I must caveat this by saying I had my children in hospital and I had a planned C-section because I had identical twins.
You had 2 of them in there.
But I have had friends that have had home births, and there's a lot of research to say actually if you have your baby at home, you're relaxed and therefore the birth comes along quicker, you dilate quicker. So in some ways, yes, I know what you're saying is in the hospital care isn't right there, although if you live near a hospital, it is. But actually, there can be less complications because you are more relaxed, because you are in your environment.
We are the only mammals that go into labour and leave our home.
Yes, so
we are the only mammals. And I did it both ways. My first birth, I did it in hospital. It was really traumatic. I was 5 centimetres dilated when I was at my house, and I was 4 centimetres dilated by the time I got there because the stress, the adrenaline, all the rest of it.
For me personally, I think even if it's like 1 in a million chances, why risk that 1 in a million?
What Kat was saying, I totally agree. Like, you go to the hospital, it's a traumatic experience. The body's going through a trauma, and I feel better when I'm at my house. In a relaxed environment, I can just chill, I can give birth. But when you're at the hospital, it's like it's so clinical, it's so depressing, it's like all those happy hormones are getting cancelled, the labour's longer. When I'm at my home, I just feel comfortable because it's my house.
Don't you get 2 medical staff assigned as well or
something
like that?
They're
you wouldn't get that
for
in
this
hospital.
stuff.
You get 2 dedicated midwives that turn up at your house.
But what about a surgeon if you need a surgeon? You know, the baby's stuck.
Well, then they'll blue light me.
But that would take preparation in hospital anyway.
If you do a home birth, all your appointments are at home, all your antenatal appointments, so the midwives come to your house. You don't have to go to hospital at all. After birth, I got into my own bed. Like I had my own shower, I had a massive Chinese takeaway.
Oh, see, I like the break in hospital, see?
Oh, there was nothing about a break in hospital.
I like the toast.
That toast and tea does hit differently, though.
I would never have a home birth, personally, because I'm a pussy when it comes to pain. I can't even have my bloods taken without wanting to faint. But I just think that people that I've heard of, that I know of, that have had home births have said, like, it's been an absolute game changer. So I think for an individual that wants to do that and wants to have that relaxing experience, I think that is absolutely fine for them to have people at their house that are medically trained, that know what they're doing. Like you said, getting blue lighted to the hospital if you live near one, I think that is absolutely okay for them to do.
I do think it's just high risk.
I personally think it would be safer for me to have a birth at home, just because I'd feel comfortable in my natural environment, and I just think that's going to create more happy hormones for me. It might create an easier and you know, just a nicer delivery for me. Obviously, everything comes with a risk.
But I just think, why risk if you don't have to?
You could go to the hospital, have an epidural. That's a risk.
Yeah.
You choose your risk, you weigh it out.
You hear so many traumatic birthdays.
And what about the mess? With blood everywhere and like...
The midwives help you.
But they clean up as well?
You clean up.
They might clean up, babe. Get in.
I never got to experience it. Like, I had the birthing pool ready and it was Christmas Eve and they didn't have any staff. No, I had to go to the hospital, but I did have a water birth in the hospital and that was 10:10, so.
Oh, I'll never get to experience a natural birth. I wish I could.
They're all natural births, babe, whether they come out the sunroof or through the love tunnel.
True, very true.
It still
that makes me feel better.
Yeah. Amen. Amen.
I personally would never have a home birth, just because I literally am a when it comes to pain, and I need every bit of help that I can get in the hospital. Give me the epidural ASAP, but I can see why other people would do it from home as natural as possible, unless they've been told otherwise by a medical professional.